catching up with Alan GREEFF ahead of racing in the Eastern Cape on Friday. On Friday, the yard get underway in race 1 with Secret Choice and Sylvan Mistress. Both fillies will have their second starts.
Morning, Nadine. Yeah, Secret Choice had her first run over 800 meters, was a bit outpaced. Filly with a big action, and I think she'll enjoy this 1200, and you'll see her running on. Sylvan Mistress, first run on the poly, a little bit at sea, and didn't do too badly. I'll expect more improvement from her.
Moving to race 2, Mr. Fox will step out for the yard for the first time. Now he relocates with fair Western Cape maiden form, and that does make him a runner of interest.
Yeah, no, he's working quite nicely, and I've taken the blinkers off him and added the tongue tie. Happy with the way he's going, and if he can just bring his work to races, he'll be a big runner.
Ononokomachi and Datarini on action in race 3. Now Ononokomachi cuts back to the mile, and she's going to pop up soon for that maiden win. Datarini, well, she's going to try a bit further, and she can improve.
Oh no, Komachi, bridesmaid. Never the bride, but we'll get there eventually, and her time will come. She's just a filly that's just knocking on the door the whole time. Datarini needed her first run, and hopefully we can get some improvement over a bit more ground.
3 runners in race 4, Central City. Well, he's been getting closer as far as lengths off the winner are concerned in all recent starts. Holocene, he's really found his jet burners of recent, and he really again was flying late in his last. Final edition, 2 fair runs in his latest efforts, and he's not without chance at a check.
I think you're right, all 3 horses have got a chance here. Central City knocking at the door, not beaten far last time. Holocene has come well, and really enjoying the change in seasons as such, and final edition, well, he's never far off them, and he just needs a bit of luck, and hopefully he can put it together come Friday.
One of the open races on the card, and definitely agree with Alan that all 3 have to be considered. We'll see Harlem in action in race 5. Now he was a good winner on local debut last time out.
Yeah, one nice race, and he had to fight out the finish. Post-maiden run was hard by stepping up in distance from a mile to 2,000, so see how he goes, and working nicely. Okay. If he's good enough to take the step with a big jump in class from maidens to this race, I'm not sure, but I'm happy with his work.
The first of the features is race 6, the Mining Pressure Systems listed East Cape Sprint Cup over 1,200 metres. Here the yard have the 3 entries. Fairy Knight has really enjoyed cutting back to sprints of recent, being fitted with blinkers, and he does race well fresh. He'll be joined by Mercantor. He makes his local debut, or very useful high-felt sprinting form. And finally Teatro is never far back.
Oh, Fairy Knight, he's definitely enjoyed the blinkers and coming back to sprint, and we're happy with him. He's working nicely, and would like to see him run another good race. Mercantor ran a cracking race last time. If you go back and watch, finished on top of them and flying through to win the race that day. And he's having his local debut here, definitely working well and not without a chance. And then Teatro, never far off them as well. Needs to drop a little bit more in the ratings maybe, but he's coming down slowly.
Competitive hand for the yard, and likewise as we move to the second of the features, which is the Bryanston Auctioneers East Cape listed guineas, and here they race over the mile. It's a race for 3-year-olds. We're going to start with Master Forester. He is going to step up in class on paper. First time out trying age group company in the features, but definitely got solid form. And then a bit of a showdown between 2 top 3-year-olds from the yard. Big Mabe Shot, who is in shot behind us, getting saddled for morning work. He's had 13 runs for 7 wins. Splice, the main brace of the fairer sex, takes him on, and she's had 11 runs for 9 wins. Alan, it's a bit of a showdown here.
It's quite interesting. Master Forester, I think, deserves a place in a race like this, and the handicapper, they've put a condition in where won't be penalised more than 4 points for running a place, and I think 8 points for winning the race, so it's worth a chance. And then we have Splice, the main race brace, who's unbeaten, if I'm not mistaken, in the Eastern Cape, and she's really been competitive, but been against her own sex all the while, and we've been hand-picking the races, but this race has come along, and it's worth a bash. And My Best Shot, likewise, done nothing wrong. I think it's going to be an interesting race. I do feel that it's going to be a tussle between the 2 horses, and if Richard's opted for my best shot and Ryan's riding Splice the Main Brace, the boys against the girls, I think it'll be a divided showdown to see who's got their supporters.
Very, very exciting race, and both these horses race off a hat-trick of wins coming into this race. Very talented individuals. The yard closed with 4 runners in race 8. All of Can't Say No, Catch Your Breath, A Walk on the Wild Side, and A Place in the Sun.
Catch Your Breath, she's lost her form a little bit on the grass, and she's better than her form actually suggests. So I'd like to see her run a better race. Drawn very well, drawn 1, Can't Say No. Watch Splice the Main Brace and then draw your conclusions from the race before. She's been Splice's bridesmaid more times than she cares to remember, and taken a split away, put her in a normal race. I think she's most probably going to be a very, very competitive filly in this race and ride. Place in the Sun having her first run in the Eastern Cape, and ironically is a half sister to Luna Halo.
Oh, wow.
So her form needs to improve a little bit, but we'll have her first run here in the Eastern Cape. Then we have Walk on the Wild Side, who won really well last time and can be competitive once again.
And the yard also closed with a very useful hand, so keep your eye on them. Halo Stables is ticking over very well at the moment.